Landslides. The election of 1936 is one of the worst ever, with Franklin D. Roosevelt versus Alf.
Alf?
No, not that Alf. Alf Landon. Alf Landon was an American Republican candidate who served as governor of Kansas from 1933 to 1937. Okay, just use Alf the Alien. I know that's what you're going to use anyway.
I already did. In the intro, you'll see it when it goes live.
So the year is 1936. Democratic candidate Franklin D. Roosevelt was the incumbent president running for re-election.
So that would mean the Great Depression is in its 7th year, and people are still suffering around the country. Roosevelt runs on the ideas of the New Deal, which grants Social Security and provided help for the unemployed. He visits states around the country spreading his optimistic message.
Alf, meanwhile, was a Republican moderate who didn't really get out much. His campaign slogans include "Defeat the New Deal and its reckless spending" and "Let's make it a Landslide."
Really? Landslide.
Yeah, many of Landon's attacks were generated by campaign managers, and a lot of the hard lifting was done for him. Landon literally did nothing. As columnist Westbrook Pegler said, considerable mystery surrounds the disappearance of Alfred M. Landon of Topeka, Kansas. The Missing Persons Bureau has sent out an alarm bulletin bearing Mr. Landon's photograph and other particulars, and anyone having any information about his whereabouts is asked to communicate directly with the Republican National Committee.
Yeah. In these days, political polling was rather, well, new. The Literary Digest, an influential weekly magazine of the time, had begun political polling and had correctly predicted the outcome of the previous 5 presidential elections. For this cycle, they had polled a sample of over 2 million people based upon telephone and car registrations.
The results they attained predicted Landon would win in a landslide with over 57% of the popular vote.
However, they didn't sample well. People during the Great Depression, well, they had no money and weren't exactly easy to find or contact. So these people, they couldn't really mail in their poll results.
Why would this be a problem? Well, think about it. New Deal helps the poor, not the rich. The rich had the money to mail in their poll results and actual paper and pens. Therefore, the only poll results mailed were from wealthy Americans who favored Landon.
So I think I know where you're going, but go on.
So the presidential election of 1936 is one of the most lopsided in our history. The popular vote favored Roosevelt 60.8% over Alf's 36.5%.
The only 2 elections to Trump, this popular vote gap was Coolidge and Harding.
However, the electoral vote was even worse. Roosevelt won 523 votes compared to Landon's 8. This was the worst electoral vote margin in our country's history.
Except Washington and Monroe, who ran unopposed. And man, oh man, just wait until Ronald Reagan in 1984. Poor Alf. Soon after that, in 1985, his planet Melmac would be destroyed, and he'd come to live with the Tanner family on Earth.